Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
So Mandy, tell them.
Well, we are going to the ultimate It's So Good books, our favorite taboo banned taboo books.
Yeah.
Not all of these are banned. Some
No,
are.
some are. We'll let you know if they are and where to find them if they are. Um, so we both had lists, but we know there's a lot of crossover on our lists. So
Yes.
Mandy was like, let's just start and go until we hit 20. And so that's what we're going to do. So until we've
Yes.
each talked about 10, and we'll
Mm-hmm.
see where we get with these.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Yep.
Are you ready? And they're not in any particular order.
Yeah, no particular order.
Okay.
And before we get started, though,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, hype our videos. We love your support. If you're interested in other ways to support us, check out our channel membership and our Amazon store link below.
Okay. Since these are our top and our favorites, some of them might be really popular, and some of you guys might be like, "Yeah, we heard about that one forever ago, and we read it forever ago." But these are our favorites, and so hopefully you guys can find things in here that you haven't read yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You ready to get started?
I am. I'm going to
Okay.
try and keep track of what number we're on.
Okay, good, because I now that we're doing it this way, I'm kind of like, oh my god, where are the notes for the one book that I want to talk? Like, nothing's in order, and this is a little concerning. So hold on, let me find my first book. Oh, it's the first one I opened up to. Look at that. Okay, so the first book I have on this list is Eclipse Ritual by Kate Rimenhall. Do you have yours too? Yeah. Okay. So this is
So you
a
know it's
banned book.
good.
You know it's good. This is a banned book. You have to get it either. I think Kate has an Etsy page where you can get it, and you could get it off of Eden Books, I think is the other way. But this one is about Bee, or Obedience. We call her Bee, and Ronan. This is a dystopian cult book, and so Bee has been raised in this cult. Their dad is the cult leader, and oh my gosh, like I remember so much of it, but I can't quite remember 100%. So they have like this bride. You get to a certain age and you're presented as a bride, and there's like a bride test. Like all the men kind of race up this hill and have to do something to get this to the bride. And whoever gets to her first wins themselves a bride. And so she is up on the hill. She is blindfolded. She is waiting to see who wins her. Like she has like a flirtation with one of the guys in town, and she thinks it's going to be him. When they get to the top of the hill to claim their bride, they actually have to screw their bride to claim them, and like they have to be pure, and it's like they have to bleed, and it's like a whole thing. When the man claims her, and then the blindfold is removed, and it is her brother, Ronan. I'm just going to leave it at that. But it is so good. So
Okay. My first one might be a little bit on the lighter side of the taboo for this particular author, but it's still a favorite. The whole series is good. That's the Shameful Secret series, and it starts off with The Teacher of Nothing, and this is by Kay Webster. Again, this is on the lighter side of taboo for her, but definitely not on the lighter side of taboo, because this is about Callum. Callum has a messy backstory. His dad, when he was in high school, slept with his teenage girlfriend and got her pregnant, and she is now his stepmom. And even though it's been many years, he's not gotten over this. And while it might be easy to say, like, you should have gotten over this was his dad and his teenage girlfriend. Like, they were teenagers when this happened to him. Like, that's pretty traumatic. And
mhm.
he's not been able to let it go. He's a teacher and he has a student in his class. She is 18, and that's Willa. And he is really attracted to her, really likes her, but does not want to be anything like his dad. So he really tries to fight this. But Willa's got a really crappy life going on at home, and he ends up needing to be her savior.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Kay Webster's going to pop up on our list again.
A few times, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, she's on my list for more, but
Yeah.
this one, if you like Taboo, but you don't like some of Kay Webster's of level of Taboo, this might be a really good read for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the next one that I have is, I just lost the book. I just put the book down. Where did I put it? Aha, okay. Lessons in Sin by Pam Godwin. So this one is about Tinsley and Father Magnus, or Mangus. Mangus, I think he is. Not Magnus, Mangus. Nope, Magnus. Okay, Father Magnus. Well, I mean, see, the name is just very, Okay, so Tinsley is 18, and she has been caught fooling around with a boy by her mom, who is this prim and proper, like almost like a mafia family, where she expects Tinsley to have an arranged marriage and she expects her to stay pure until she gets married, because they want to marry her off to somebody. And because they catch her, they decide to send her. What are you doing?
I'm muting myself for a second, but
Yeah, but you completely moved us.
I don't know how that happened.
Okay. Anyhow, so she sends her daughter to this Catholic school. And it's an all-girls Catholic school, thinking that that's going to keep her from doing the dirty. But when she gets there, that is when she meets Father Magnus, and he is there because he has some secrets of his own, some trauma of his own, some things that he is dealing with. And he hasn't been a priest for too terribly long, but he is a priest. He's a hot priest, and he is one of the teachers. He might have a little bit of BDSM situations going on with him. He likes to be in control, if you know what I mean. And so when he's out working out one day, all the girls are watching, and that's when they call it morning prayer, because he is out in his gray sweatpants doing his workout, and all the girls love to get up early to watch morning prayer. But Tinsley and him start to develop feelings, and situations start happening, and he is very dominant, and things get wild and crazy, and her mom did not put her in the right place to keep her virgin, that is for sure. So I almost switched myself over, but yeah. So Lessons in Sin. You're still muted, and what are you doing?
I need to know how to pronounce this name.
How do you say it? Dearmid.
Dearmid.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So my next one is Irish Kiss by Sienna Blake, and this is Sorsha and Dearmid's story. So Sorsha is she's growing up in a really rough life, and her mom has people in and out of the house all the time. She's into drugs. She sleeps with people for drugs. Like, it's just rough. Sorsha has really kept herself like on the straight and narrow. And then one day she's hanging out with some kids after school who are up to no good, and the cops come and they run, and she's left standing there. So she gets in trouble for something she wasn't even really doing. And she now has it would be like a parole officer here in the States, and that is Dearmid. And the two of them, he sees like what her life is like, and he feels really bad for her, and so he takes a special interest in her, making sure she's taken care of. He gives her rides places, and she soon starts to read a lot into that, and there might be some reasons she should be, but this is his job, and this is going to cost him dearly. Oh, and he's with somebody. I was going to switch myself over.
I know, I keep going to do that too. Okay, so this next one is probably one of the most popular ones on the list, and when it comes to like the taboo-ness aspect of it, like, yeah, it is, but people make it more out to be more than what it is. But it was one of my first, well, it was before Kay Webster, but it was one of the very first kind of taboo-ish books that I read, and that is Credence by Penelope Douglas. What were
you were going for something else?
No. So Credence by Penelope Douglas. People bill this as a why choose. It is not why choose, because the guys don't have relationships with each other. It is not reverse harem, because she chooses in the end. She ends up with one, not all. But this is the story of Charity, Tierney is the daughter of a wealthy, like I think he's a film producer. Her dad is a film producer, and her dad and her mom have just committed slew a slide together. And left her behind. She's an only child. She is just shy of turning 18. When she gets when her parents die, her step uncle, who she's only met like one time when she was a kid, has no relationship with this guy, and he is a step uncle, reaches out to her and decides that he'll take her in until she turns 18. He and his two sons live in Colorado in the mountains, and they live in this nice home, but it's a cabin up there where they get snowed in every winter. And so she goes up there and she ends up having a relationship with all of them because you're snowed in all winter long. What else is there to do? But he has a son who is mute, who is a very damaged guy. We see that one, and then we see the fun playboy. They also race motorcycles. They do motocross, and it's like a whole thing. Oh yeah, and don't forget the age gap uncle situation going on there. Step uncle. People want to make it sound like it's blood. It's not, making it worse than what it is.
Okay. I'm going to go into one of probably the most popular books that will be. Oh, wait. Well, what the hell? This is a really popular book. I just dawned on me that it's the same author, but I want to make sure this gets on the list because it is my absolute favorite. It was my first dip into Taboo, and it totally hooked me, and that is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. And I wasn't thinking about the fact that she also wrote Credence. Like, I know she did. I've read Credence. It just didn't click. So we're doing back to back Penelope Douglas, but I just wanted to make sure I got it on here.
Yep.
Because it is my all-time favorite. Like, that if we were rank ordering, this would be number one. I have never reread it because I don't ever want to lose how much I love this book. So in this, if you don't know what Birthday Girl is about, we have Jordan. Jordan has, let's just be honest, a douchebag for a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she's working, he's partying, she's paying the bills, he's sleeping around. He's supposed to pick her up. It's her birthday. She just got done working. He's late. He's driving her car, by the way. They share a car. And he hasn't managed to come pick her up. And she's rather pissed and doesn't really know what to do because she just kind of internalizes her anger. Like, she won't ever actually really yell at him. She's just kind of angry inside about it. Like, this sucks. So she walks next door to the movie theater and is going to just kind of celebrate her birthday by herself, watching a movie. And there's an older gentleman in there, not significantly like old, but older. And she spills wine. I mean, like, their meet cute isn't great, but they end up kind of talking. He walks her out. He's asking her about how she's getting home when he gets a phone call, and it's his son who's in jail. And his son who is in jail is also this girl's boyfriend. And he has a very strained relationship with his son, and he's trying to help his son out. And so when they get kicked out of their apartment, he invites them to come live with him. And Pike does not like how his son treats Jordan at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, it's so good. I really do want to reread it, but I'm just so scared.
We're gonna see Penelope next year.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna see Penelope next year. We'll be in that with her.
And I have seen other covers done, and this will always be Birthday Girl to me.
I have, yeah, no.
Just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, the next one I have is one that's, I know this has to be on your list too. This is one of the top ones when it comes to, like, we're talking our top favorites, so it is what it is. Like, there's gonna be a lot of crossover. This one is Off Balance by
That's
Lucia
what I
Franco.
thought you were getting ready to talk to when you're like, but people make it out to be something it's not. I was thinking like, oh, because this book has a lot of controversy with it.
It does, but give me a break. So
that's where I thought you were going.
I have the original where she was actually really young in this one before she upped her age to even to still young. But what'd you say? That's what?
I said, well, that's naughty.
Well, that's how you ended up with your copy of Off Balance.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. So anyhow, so this is the story of Adriana. She goes by Art. What does she go by? Art. What does she go by? What do they call her for a nickname? She doesn't go by Adriana. I can't remember what she goes by in here.
I thought it was
Ari? Ari, probably Ari. Yeah. Anyhow, she wants to be an Olympic gymnast. She has she's starting a little behind the 8 ball, but she's got what it takes to make it to the Olympics. And so her dad finagles it to where she ends up at this gym in Florida. And again, I think she's 16 when the book starts. And that is
Oh God, I want to read it again.
I know.
He just yelled at her about how her feet are ugly.
There is audio, so there wasn't when we read it, but because it consumed me for 5 days straight, because there's like 5 books. Anyhow, she gets
I barely got any
accepted.
sleep while I was reading it.
She gets accepted into this gym where she's going to live in the area, and she's going to work with Constantine. Constantine is going to be her coach. He is an Olympic gold medalist, and it was for the rings or something. So he's an Olympic
Who the fuck
gymnast.
is Constantine?
Kova. Well, his name is Konstantin Kornikova.
Yeah,
They
but he
call
goes
him
by
Kova.
Kova.
He goes by Kova. It's been a long time. Give me a freaking break. Anyhow, he is her coach. Now, he is 30-ish, and he actually has a live-in girlfriend as well. But these two start up a relationship. And it is a very toxic relationship. She doesn't like Ari makes really crappy decisions about her own body and her own choices in her own life. Constantine does not help the situation, and it is like a total sneaky leak thing. It is full of angst and drama for 5 damn books, and I was on that ride. So that's all I'm gonna say. If it's not your cup of tea, don't read it. You don't need to yuck anyone's yum.
Also, with that, the books are long.
Yeah.
The 5 books are long. There is a 6th book, which is hilarious. I highly recommend it if you read the series. It's called Out of Bounds. It's very good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to decide what to go to next.
I know.
Jessica.
This is the problem.
Um,
Are you keeping track of what number we're on?
yeah,
Okay.
we're not very far in.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on just a quick second. Well, talk about something.
Why do you put me on the spot like this?
Okay, I'm ready. I don't know if this is going to be on yours, but this is also, obviously, it's one of my favorites, but I love this one so much. Okay, this is Torn by Carrie Ann Cole. Do you have it on your list?
I do, but I figured you'd end up with it, so we're good. I got others. Yeah.
So this is Kenzie and Torrens, or Tor, he goes by most of the time in the book story. So Tor was 14 or 15 when Kenzie was born. Her parents were very young. I think they were 14 or 15. Like, they were super young, like early, like this is like really young teenage pregnancy. And they're all in a band together. And when she is born, his best friend is Kenzie's dad. So I think they were like 14 or 15, because that's like what the age gap was, right? 15 or 14 or something.
They were like 14. They were young. They were too young to be
Very
having
young.
babies.
Very young. I'm having a hard time. Oh, Kenzie, 1 day old, Torin, 15 years old. So they were 15. Okay. So she's born. He is best friends with her dad. For a while, they all lived together and he ends up doing a lot with Kenzie because the parents tour. There's a time where they actually go on tour and he stays behind with her. And they are like best friends, soulmates, and they kind of grow up together in a way. When she turns 18, I cannot stress this enough, they start to see each other differently. If you don't read the book, it does sound creepy. I will give you that. If you read the book, it's written in a way that it doesn't seem creepy. Again, don't come after people like for stuff like this.
It's
This
fiction.
is taboo for a reason.
Yeah.
They start to develop a relationship and it's going to go south real quick, obviously. This book was so good. it just really like it is angsty, you feel it, and it's written really well.
Yeah.
But you have to enjoy Taboo.
We would also like to just cover our bases here. Even though Mandy and I are in age gap relationships, we are not okay with that stuff happening in real life, okay? Like
No.
that kind of thing, or the off balance thing, like as a mom. Oh, hell no. But this is fiction. So if you can't detach from it, you don't need to be reading.
Well, I think that Taboo gets like a little bit of a bad rap because of that, but yet in dark romance, people don't.
People aren't
They
out
can
here murdering
separate
other
that.
people because they are in love with someone and stalking them. Like
Yeah.
that, yeah, but that's okay. All right.
None of it's okay in
None of it's
real
okay.
life.
Okay.
And our age gap relationships, we were all in our 20s.
Yes. Okay. So the next one I have, you've already talked about one of the books in this series. This is book 2 and the first one that I read. This is The Tangle of Awful by Kay Webster. Kay Webster is the
Okay.
queen of taboo. Yeah, like she just is the queen of taboo. Because I read this one before The Teacher of Nothing, and then I went back to The Teacher of Nothing. The Tangle of Awful is actually my favorite out of that series. So this is about Aubrey. Aubrey has been living with her stepdad, or her father, her biological father, and her father kicks her out for whatever reason. And so she goes to live with her mom and her stepdad. And when she gets there, her mom isn't there. Like she's trying to get in contact with her. She can't. Her stepdad tells her that she's out of town doing something. I don't remember what the excuse was, but she's just not in town. But she goes to live with her stepdad, Hugo, and her stepbrother, Spencer. Now, Spencer has been a bully to her. Now, these guys are like close to 18-ish, I think, if they're not already 18. They're in high school, but like their last year of high school. And Spencer was her bully, and he's the reason why she doesn't live with her mom and her stepdad. Hugo, the stepdad, is actually running for attorney general, and they start an affair. He starts sleeping with his stepdaughter, but it has to be kept on the down low because, he's running for office. Oh, and Spencer might also, the stepbrother, start to have something go on there as well. And God, it's so good. Mom's still missing, by the way. So
Okay.
okay.
It's hard to remember everybody's names.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next one is The Other Brother by Daisy Jane. Daisy Jane does have quite a few that could fall under the taboo trope. This is the only one I have on my list specifically for this one, but she does have quite a few that we could have brought over for this video. So we have, in this one, we have Cordelia. Cordelia has had it rough. Her dad has died, and with that, guardianship is with her dad's best friend, who's been like an uncle to her. And so she goes to live with him, but she has some serious PTSD from what happened with her dad. And it's become very triggering for him, who he's also suffering through his own PTSD stuff. And he just can't take it anymore. He feels like he's not doing Cordelia justice and he's failing miserably. So he drives her, drops her off with his brother, who is a psychologist. She's never met him before. I don't even know if she even knew he existed. And is basically like, this is better for you to stay here with this complete stranger, and leaves. So Dr. Quentin is like really pissed at his brother for this, because this is obviously not going to be what's best for her, but he feels really bad for Cordelia. So he's trying to figure out how to help her and all of that, but he's also starting to develop feelings for her as well. She is still in high school. She's a senior in high school, trying to finish high school. She is 18 though for the story. And he's, yeah, really kind of in a weird place.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call it that,
Let's call it that.
because he's
Yeah.
a doctor
Yes.
and she's already
I
been through a lot.
I just wrote that down. I have a list because I'm going camping this week of books that I really want to get read, and that is one that's been my TBR forever, and I need to read it bad.
Yeah.
So okay. All right. Well, the next one I have is Beautiful Carnage by Heather Ashley. This is about Fallon. She has always been in love with her dad's best friend.
You
She
can't
even
give such a pause like that.
why?
She's always been in love with her dad's best friend.
Oh yeah, with her dad's best friend. And she confesses to him when she's 16, like on her 16th birthday, that she is in love with him. But even though he's got feelings for her too, because this is fiction once again, he waits until she is 18. On her 18th birthday, she is in high school. She's a cheerleader. She's in her little cheer outfit, but she is in high school, and he literally takes her from the school, goes in, gets her, takes her home to breed her and to keep her. There is actual plot. There's like a secret society situation going on here. I promise there's plot, but that makes it sound like there's not. But there really is. There's a serious plot because I just don't like straight up porn in my books. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to decide because we're getting down to it, and then
Yep.
I'm like, do you have a bunch that I'm gonna still have on my list?
Probably. But I also have more, so we're okay. What number are we on?
This will be wait, nope. What was the last book you just said?
Beautiful Carnage.
Okay. We are on my book. This will be 12.
So we've done
Unless I-
6 each.
Huh?
We've
Yeah.
done 6 each. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this is starting to stress me out.
Okay.
Okay. Don't Kiss the Bride by Carrie Ann Cole.
I don't have that on my list.
You don't? Okay.
No, because I knew you would.
Oh my gosh, what was her name? He's lucky. What was her name? Skylar. Okay. So in this one, we have Skylar. Skylar's still in high school. She is got a lot of health problems and a lot of stuff her life is just crappy. Her mom is a hoarder, and like a true hoarder, where Skylar has now barricaded herself into her room and comes and goes through her window, uses a litter box for herself. Like it's bad, like really bad, because she can't get to the bathroom. She showers at school. Everything, like, this is just really, really bad. And she's got a lot of food aversions and things. And one day she's walking from, I think she's walking from the high school, but I think she was headed to where she works, and she collapses. Lucky, or Jude, but he goes by Lucky pretty much through the whole book. He is working, he's a construction guy. He's working on this house across the street, and he sees her faint. So I think he was up on a roof or something. He comes running over and drives her to the hospital. She's kind of panicking because she can't afford anything. He feels bad just dropping her off and leaving her there, but he stays. When she gets discharged, he's still there. He agreed. I don't even think he asked her. He just tells her he's going to take her home. So he drives her to her house. She's kind of acting weird about it, and he becomes suspicious about what's going on because he sees her climb in through the window. And he's like, this is odd. And so he has reasons why he feels like he needs to do something to make her life better. And we find out what those reasons are later, but he does have reasons. And so through a few more events, he basically tells her, hey, you come live with me. We will get married. You can be on my health insurance, because she needs a bunch of medications and things that she can't afford. And you'll be on my health insurance so you can get your medications, you can finish school, and that. And she's really kind of suspicious of him because, like, what's he getting out of this? But she has like very little options at this point. So she agrees. And the one deal that they have is when they get married, where they say kiss the bride, it's no kissing, don't kiss the bride.
Okay.
Oh, I want to reread it too, but
Just reread it. If you loved it before, you're still going to love it. I guarantee it. I do a lot of rereads. Okay, the next one that I have, I don't know if this will be on your list because you recently just read this, because I've been begging you to read it forever. And that is Brutal Intentions by Lilith Vincent. This is actually volume 2. So in her, she does a Kickstarter every once in a while, and hopefully this one isn't dirty. And they actually are making them into comics. So this and Fear Me, Love Me has been in comics. She has a comic artist that does it. Anyhow, this is the story of Mia and Laz. So Laz is Mia's stepdad. He's not that much older than her. So her mom is about 40, and it was an arranged marriage, and he is younger than her mom. She is 17. I think she's 18 actually, because I think she's of age in this book. And she has never gotten along with Laz ever since her mom married him. But he's more of like a bully because he likes her, kind of a thing. And he doesn't really want her mom, but he was forced into this marriage by his parents and by his family. There's some mafia ties. It's not very mafia. It's like mafia adjacent. We just know that there's some mafia ties, and we don't see a lot of mafia at all in this. But he and Mia start a relationship going on here, and there's birth control tampering because he figures if he can get her knocked up, then he can divorce his wife and marry her instead. I love this book. I love this book so much. Like, this makes me want to reread it. Love it so much. I'm a little annoyed. I can't find my volume 1. I know I have it. It's down here somewhere.
So next I have Older by Jennifer Hartman, and we have Hallie. There's a theme about people not having the best of lives in here. So Hallie's dad is physically abusive to her, like extremely physically abusive. She's at a party like most typical teenagers, at some point in time find themselves out there. This older guy comes through looking for somebody. The two of them kind of connect over records and things like that. And they share a moment together. And she can't stop thinking about this guy. Well, her dad does something even more horrific. She ends up having to go to the hospital. And that's when her best friend and her best friend's mom are like, no, you're not staying in this environment anymore. You're going to come stay with us. So she gets to go live with her best friend. And then one day, her best friend's dad, who just moved, he's been out of the picture for a while, like long distance dad type situation. He's just moved back. And he's coming over for dinner, and when he walks in the door, it's the guy she had the moment with.
Okay. Okay.
So good.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the trigger because we both know that this is on here, and it's one of the top taboo books out there. And it really got me into taboo. I mean, like, I read a couple, but this really did it. And that is The Wild by Kay Webster. Kay Webster obviously has made an appearance, and she might even be on here again if you talk about one that's on in my head that you haven't talked about yet. Yeah, she's got one more taboo than this one.
It is on my list, but I felt it kind of needed to go along with this one.
Nope, there's another one.
Then I don't know what you're talking about.
Hail.
It's not one of my all-time favorites.
Okay, I thought you'd have Hail in here. Okay, anyhow, The Wild. So this one is about Reed and Devin. That's what I figured. That one too. So, Devin and Reed are moving to Alaska. Devin is our heroine, and Reed is a wealthy businessman from California, and he is moving his wife and his daughter Devin to the wilderness in Alaska. Like, we're talking like nothing around them wilderness, what we would call the bush in Alaska. And he's moving them out there and away from the city. Devin at this point in time is 16, and she is close to turning 17, but she is on her way to Alaska with her family. And when they get there, tragedy strikes, and it leaves her and Devin alone in the wilderness with no help and feelings. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But also, nothing is as it seems, so just read the book if you haven't.
And then follow that up with Untamed and Unruly.
Well, you got to read the free first, which comes after.
You can't
Wild.
really read this without having read the others. So it's kind of this whole series.
I need to read this one too. This one's taboo too, just in a different way. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, then you read the rowdy ones, and then you very impatiently wait for Kay Webster to continue the series. Well, actually, Daddy Reed falls in there too.
Yeah, but we waited a very long time to get Untamed and Unruly, so I don't know when we'll get more after the rowdy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Okay. I have 7 left.
Okay. But how many do we have left to talk about?
We're at 14.
Okay. Choose your top.
How many do you have left to talk about?
Well, we said we were going till we hit 20.
Okay. We might have to go past 20. Okay.
Just pick your top.
No. These all deserve this, Jessica. Oh, wait. I have 6. One was on here twice. Sweet. Okay. I can remember her name. June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. And her name is June.
June.
Yep. Okay, so in this we have June. And something really, really horrific happens to June's family. And so June goes to live with wait, hold on. Shit, I got that wrong. Okay, let's start that over. Okay. June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. So we have Brant. Brant's dad does something horrific, and he is now I guess we just say he's an orphan, like his mom and dad are gone. And so he ends up going and living with his best friend. And his best friend's family ends up having a little girl, like right at the same time all this is going down. They have a baby named June. And Brant just really connects with her. They just instantly, like when she's fussy, he can calm her down, like that sort of thing. They grow up together as siblings, but he is not actually her brother, but he is raised like he is. When she becomes a teenager, she starts to have feelings for him and wants to pursue something with him, which he fights because this is like, what will people think? His mom, like these people were his mom and dad growing up. This is his family. Like this, there's just a lot there. It is super emotional, super good, but definitely we have that taboo aspect because they were raised as siblings.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next one that I have is The Guardian's Angel by May Alder. This is the story of Shayla and James. So James has custody of his deceased sister's newborn baby. Like baby's only a few weeks old and all he does is cry. Baby just cries a ton. James has no clue what he's doing. And so he relies on the neighbor quite often, who is an older lady who has a ton of kids. And she's even got a newborn herself. And so she's been helping out. Well, one night baby won't stop crying, and so he calls over, sends a message over to the neighbor's house, and next thing you know, someone's knocking on his door, and he thinks it's going to be the mom when it turns out to be Shayla. Shayla is her daughter, and she is 18 years old. She's 17 years old. He doesn't know her age. He doesn't realize how young she is. But she comes in, she picks up baby, and she immediately pops a tit in his mouth, and he shuts right up because baby is breastfed and mom has just passed away. Now, Shayla is a teen mom. She has a 9-month-old baby girl or 8-month-old baby girl at home that she still breastfeeds. And so he realizes how young she is. He's very surprised by this, but he realizes how young she is. And he offers for her to be his nanny to help him out with the baby, especially because she continues to breastfeed the baby. She doesn't want her mom to know that she's doing it, but she does continue to breastfeed baby. She eventually turns 18 fairly quickly, early on in the book. And then at that point, the baby's not the only one that's getting breastfed.
Just a second.
What? It's a thing. Okay, next.
Okay, next I have Something in the Way by Jessica Hawkins. So this is a Lake. Lake has always felt like she kind of lives in the shadow of her older sister, Tiffany. And one day she's talking to this construction worker that's building a house next door, Manning, and she just really kind of feels this connection with him. And she like has a crush on him. They spend some time together, and then it goes awry because she's young. She's still in school and she's a teenager, and he's older, and this is not a good look for him. We'll say that. A lot of things go down, and then we're at his wedding to Tiffany while Lake is still madly in love with him, wondering what the hell happened.
Okay.
So good.
So the next one that I have is one that is hella popular. And I will say that the author did come out with a second book and made it a duet a few years ago, but I didn't find the second book to be as enjoyable as the first, even though it is the continuation of their story. It wasn't that great. Anyhow, but the first book is, and that is Little Stranger by Lee Rivers. This is the story of Malachi and Olivia. Malachi and Olivia are both adopted at a young age by the same couple, so they are raised as brother and sister. Olivia is this cute, bubbly person, and Malachi is he's mute and he is very dark. And when they're young and they play games, like he's only a year or two older than her. He's not that much older than her. Like they're attracted to each other. Like from a youngerish, preteenish age, and they don't hide it. And Malachi has a very unhealthy attachment to his little sister, and some things go awry. He doesn't really like his parents very much because of the way they treat him, because he is different, and something happens, and Olivia ends up sending him to prison for years, and now he's out and he's seeking revenge, but revenge is never like actually getting revenge. Like he ends up wanting his little sister.
So next I have Claiming the Club Princess by B. Shabakin. This is a novella, but she's recently started writing an MC series that you can go read that follows this same club, and you do see the people from this book in that, and it's also really good. So highly recommend it if you like the MC Taboo books. So in Claiming the Club Princess, we have, what was her name? Michaela, and isn't it her 18th birthday? It's her 18th birthday, and her mom, I don't know if we actually know where her mom is. Her mom is just nowhere to be found and hasn't been in her life for a long time. And she lives with her stepdad and stepbrother at the MC compound, but they protect her. They treat her like a princess, and she is really kind of sheltered from all this stuff. So she sits at home all by herself on her 18th birthday, and she's really quite pissed that they forgot. And once they both come around, they are apologetic, and she's like, "Well, I want you both." And they're like, I'm your stepdad and I'm your stepbrother." But she wants both of them. Both of them she shall have.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it sounds like it's just going to be smut, which there obviously there is, but there is a plot.
There is a plot.
There is substance to it as well.
Yep.
It was very good.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. It's killing you, isn't it? Is it killing you?
Yes.
Mm.
But one of them that I wanted to put in here is age gap. And so it's like a little taboo because she's older and he's younger, and her friend's son. But
The pool boy.
have we done our all-time favorite age gap? You just asked me that. I don't think we have.
I don't think we have, so that could be coming up later.
Yeah, so put it in the comments if you'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
right.
I think we've kind of reached, we were doing like a little series of our ultimate favorites, and I think we've kind of reached the end of our plans on those. So if there's more ultimate ones you'd like to see, put them in the comments. We may still do some more. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because they're easy for us when we're like, oh, what do we do? Oh, hey, let's, instead of like coming up with a new video idea, let's just go back and pull all of our favorites for everybody. So sometimes it's
Yeah.
easy when we
Because we've been
can't
doing
think of
this for a
something.
while, so some of our favorites kind of we want to revisit.
Yeah, we talked about them years and years and years ago, or we read them before the channel started and have rarely ever talked about them. So, you know, there's
Yeah.
that. So, yeah. But, okay, well, let's wrap this one up.
All right. Well, make sure you check back on Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and a lot of Wednesdays for new videos from us.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.